Yo, what's up guys? Hope you're being well. Today we're gonna go for our weekly stroll to the park, how things have been since starting this journey with God and some of the findings that I've had and some of the lessons that I've learned over the past few weeks. Let's get down to the park, find a seat, hopefully. Let's go. Hey guys, just before we get into the video, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who supports the channel and everything like that. I'm trying to hit 500 subs by the end of the year on YouTube. So it'd mean the world to me if you guys like the content and want to see more, hit that like button and subscribe. You have no idea how much it helps me when you do that. Anyway, that's all from me. Let's get back into the video. It's a bit chilly, but the sun is out, so can't complain. But this week I just wanted to share with you guys some honesty and obviously set the tone for how the week was. Since seeking and starting to build my relationship with God, it's given me a lot of peace in my day-to-day life, which has been extremely helpful when dealing with that stress. But there are some shortcomings to the week. I didn't cook as much as I said I would, and I still vaped and didn't hit all the milestones or goals that I set out to achieve, but that's okay. I took it on the chin, I tracked everything, and I'm gonna post my results for the week on YouTube and on my posts, so if you wanna see those, check out the posts. But it wasn't about being perfect, it was just about giving it a real honest effort and being present and honest with myself, and as well as you guys and my friends and my family. And what I've found is in the search of just wanting to be honest and just to be more present, I definitely found myself being that. Yeah, it was honestly quite great. But to be more specific and in terms of the sort of things that I've been up to this week, I just wanted to be more kind in my thoughts and be more mentally present, if that makes sense. I've obviously been reading the Bible a lot and praying a lot and just consuming more content around God and just being a bit of a nicer person, I suppose. I definitely felt more kind, if that makes sense. If I would judge someone or if I said something mean or something like that, I would reflect upon it instantly, whereas in the past, maybe my knee-jerk reaction was the only reaction and that's where it would stay. I was very open about my difficulty this week and praying and my thoughts and reflecting on all of that with my partner. I think coming from that, I had some really positive conversations with her and it made me feel closer to her, which was really awesome, obviously. And overall, I just felt a lot more attentive. Going to work, I had a lot more energy, making these videos, uploading shorts, cooking, even though not as much as I would have liked. I had the energy to do a lot of these things, and obviously there's a lot of credit to sleeping more, taking magnesium and supplements, and just taking overall better care of my body and my temple, as some would say. So overall, it was just a really great week. There's probably a lot of reasons to that and a lot of people to thank, but ultimately I think I actually do have to thank God, and that's just something I'm trying to do more at the moment. And to be honest, in terms of the side of God and looking for Jesus Christ and trying to build a relationship in that space, that's probably where most of the difficulties came in, and that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about today as someone who has been agnostic for most of their lives and some of the troubles that I've been facing going through this experience. I talked a little bit about the content that I've been consuming and trying to just learn more about God, and what better way to do that with all the content online about that. There's people that have been preaching for a long time, they've been learning about God for a long time and are very well versed in things such as the Bible and the scripture and the gospels and everything like that, things that I'm only really starting to be on the surface of, if that makes any sense. So in searching for that meaning or searching for some answers that I don't suppose that I knew how to find, I found two YouTubers, Cliffe, Knechtle, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, who's quite a prominent figure in Christianity, I suppose you could say. He debates a lot of students, a lot of people on campus, goes on a lot of podcasts and talks about God. And I also came across a bishop called Mari, who, honestly, what a cool individual, man.
I am the archbishop, I am the bishop, I am the priest.
Just seems like such an awesome guy. And watching their content, I found two different sides to the same coin, if that makes sense, and I'll elaborate on that a little bit. My friend told me recently when I started my journey with God and started looking into it, he said, I feel like when people talk about God, all it is a conversation about proving it to be real or not. It becomes a debate. It's not really like a spiritual conversation or anything like that. It's just two people arguing on either side. And I thought it was really true. And when I watched Cliffe's content and him going out and speaking to people, I felt quite
sorry for him. I felt quite bad for him because I could see the frustration and I could see how his faith was being tested and all of these people coming to him with some really hard questions, and granted, they're very valid questions, but it was very powerful to see someone like him with his conviction. But I just wanted to mention that because it's quite polarizing to the other content that I was consuming. That was Mari, the bishop, and hopefully I'm saying that correctly as well. I had really struggled throughout the week with praying, reading the Bible, and I felt to myself that I was talking to myself and I felt like God couldn't hear me. And I guess that's what led me to the bishop's content. He took some post-it notes from people in his congregation, compiled them and put them in a box, and he pulled them out and he talks about them. Someone had the exact same question as I did. They felt alone. They felt like God wasn't with them, he wasn't answering their prayers, and that he didn't really have a relationship with God. He was just talking to himself, and it made him really sad. And I really resonated with that because I feel like I'm trying really hard to build a relationship with God and understand God and Jesus better. And what he said was, a lot of the time when people pray and when people think of God and when people want to talk to God, they might say something like, oh God, I've been praying every night and reading the Bible every night. Why aren't you answering me? Look at all these things I've done, yet you're not coming to me. And he said, when you come to God or when you come to the Lord or Jesus Christ, then you have to come as a baby. And a baby loves their father unconditionally. They just want to spend time with them. They love them. They just want to be in their presence all the time. They just want to laugh and play, and they don't care about anything else in the world. They've got all the time in the world for their father, their dad. Come to God as a baby. Don't come to him with all the things you've done and how good you are and all the work you've been doing on yourself, because you'll never be as good as God. You'll never be as good as Jesus and all the things that he did. But it's not about that. It's about he just wants you to have him in your heart and just wants you to be present and to not lie and to do your best every day at every moment to be that person and to have a relationship with him. And that really resonated with me, and it made me realize that even though I'm doing all these things, I may not be present in the moment and smelling the roses and being thankful and working on myself, not because I'm scared of God or judgment or hell or whatever, but because I recognize that's the best thing to do and that's what he would want. So just following that lesson and just seeing these two awesome people that have such strong faith and are just such great people, I needed time to think to myself. And that day I was up a lot earlier than my partner, wasn't feeling very well. So I went out for a drive. On my drive, I went past a homeless guy, and my immediate reaction was, oh, look at this guy, get a job, man. And I immediately realized what I had done and the judgment I was putting on this person who I didn't know. And I didn't know why he was homeless. I don't know his name. I don't know where he's come from. I don't know what he's battling. I immediately felt, oh my Lord, what am I doing? Then as I was buying food, I was like, oh man, I bet that guy has no food. I got some cash out. I'm not gonna say how much. It's not about my deed here. As I went up to him, sitting there and had his cup out and stuff, here you go, bro, like, look after yourself. And the first thing he said to me was, oh my God, thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you so much. Jesus loves you. I know that might be a coincidence, perhaps. He's a person, he's very thankful. But at that moment, it was just like exactly what I needed to hear because I was wrestling with these doubts. I drove off, but as I was driving home, obviously that was a really nice thing and I felt really good and altruism and blah, blah, blah. But what really got to me was the fact that just moments before I had done that good deed for him, I was judging this guy, and it just really upset me. Made me think, like, I've been praying to God and wondering why he's not answering me and everything, and here I am being a complete hypocrite. And it just really, really got to me. And as I arrived home, I just burst out into tears. I just tried to put what the bishop said in practice. I just said, I'm so sorry, I'm so lonely. I don't want to be alone, I just want to be by your side. And I just want to be better. As I was saying these things, I was just bawling my eyes out, man, and just like weeping, like wailing, and just tears streaming down my face. And I won't say that was him touching me because I don't know that, and I don't know if I'm at that stage yet or whatever. This is all new to me, but at that moment I did really feel something, and I felt like I had truly what I understood to be repenting. I felt like I had repented because I felt truly sorry for how I had judged that person, if that makes sense. And again, sorry if I'm like rambling, but it's crazy for me. All of this is very new to me. But Anyway, following that, I had a few other experiences that I won't really get into, but it was more or less stuff like that. Just me catching myself out saying something mean in my head, or being overwhelmed by my emotions or my anger or my lust or whatever, or struggling with my vape and stuff. There was all these moments where I just had to catch myself, and I had to rely on the things that I had learned from the Bible and the things that I've been hearing from the bishop and from Cliffe as well. And it just made me realize, oh man, I'm so thankful that I came across these people, and I'm so glad that I've been reading the Bible and learning these lessons. And it just honestly had this really profound effect on how I lived my day-to-day life that I didn't really expect at such an early stage. Following that though, I wanted to explore a bit more. I wanted to spend some time with my partner. So we went to the beach and I got her a gift while she was asleep, a nice necklace. Shout out to my friend Jody, who said, it's gonna be funny in a few weeks' time, you're gonna be rolling around with a cross. I said, I don't know, but here we are. But anyway, did that and we went to the beach. It was really lovely, spent some quality time together, opened up about some stuff, talked about some stuff that we haven't talked about before. And again, like, I don't think I would be so open had I not been learning these lessons and just being more present and sleeping better and all these things. And I'm just so thankful for that. I went to a church. I didn't go on Sunday, went on a Saturday, just be present, pray there a little bit, and oh my God, it was absolutely beautiful. Here's some clips now. Just amazing architecture. To talk about the earthly things for a second, but just such an amazing building, such an amazing church, really beautiful stained glass, massive hall, and that someone was playing an organ there. I believe they were like practicing for a Sunday worship or something like that. I spoke to the person at the front who lets people in and greets them and stuff, and told them a little bit about my journey. And yeah, it was just really beautiful. I just sat down with the organ playing and just prayed. And admittingly, it wasn't for me, didn't feel any different from praying at home, but it was really nice to just put myself in that environment and just really appreciate it for what it is. And just imagine all the people there praying and worshiping together and stuff like that. But I don't feel like I'm just at that place yet, really just taking my time. I'm not saying these things to be like, oh, look at what sort of person I've become, or look at the leaf that I'm turning over, or whatever. It's just that I feel like it's important to talk about these things because I know that I can't be the only one to be going through this stuff, and I can't be the one going through these thoughts and feeling lonely and feeling overwhelmed and thinking about what actually matters in life and everything like that. There's been so many people before me, and there'll be so many after me too that are going to be feeling the same way. My true hope in making these types of videos specifically is that someone out there that's going through the same thing will resonate with it. Just like I resonated with that person who wrote that note in the bishop's box. This week wasn't a straight line. I messed up on a few things, but I've definitely felt a sort of shift from my sleeping, my way of thinking, my mood, my energy, and my attentiveness. I also feel more at peace. I'm not as stressed, and in those moments that I've been in a dark place or I've felt alone, just having that security and having someone to talk to with God or with Jesus, it's really helped me just get through the days and through those stressful periods when I'm at work or whatever. If you are searching, like my friend tells me, seek and you shall find, and if you knock, he will answer. And I'm not trying to be preachy or anything like that, but I do find myself believing, and it's such a beautiful thing, and I just want other people to feel the peace that I've been feeling and to feel happy the way I've been feeling happy. The sun's still out, so I'm gonna pack up and get home, but thank you guys so much for tuning in today. If you want to support me and my goals, I want to keep making content for you guys. I want to invest more time in making content. I'm trying to hit 500 subscribers by the end of the year, so every time you like a video or sub or share or whatever, it really helps me, and I'll be forever thankful to you for that. So for everyone that has subbed and liked and everything, thank you so much. And even if you just watched, thank you so much as well. I really do appreciate you taking the time to sit down with myself and listen to my ramblings. It's been so awesome these last few weeks and coming off the back of quite a depressing state. But yeah, I'm just so thankful to everyone here. And of course, just to be in spirit of everything that I've been talking and preaching about. God bless you, God loves you, and everyone around you loves you as well. So be safe out there, do the right thing, share the love, and I will see you guys next time. Ciao, ciao.